So my name is Jason Hill, and this is a course in engineering statistics, and it's a course I've taught several times in the summer, and it's taken by all engineering students. So we tend to get good enrollments in the summer. It will be offered online this summer, and I currently have 30 students signed up for that. So I have never taught online before, but we're going to give it a go this summer. I want to point out some of the kind of unique things about the course. You know, going into this, I wanted to find a way to offer, or to add my own teaching style in an online situation. So I really like to do a lot of problem solving. And so that's one of the unique things about this course is I use an app called EduCreations to bring a lot of the problem solving. So the first thing you see when you go to start here, you have a Zoom video of me going over the syllabus. So I'm gonna skip past that. We have the introduce yourself. We have the first kind of lecture video, which is what is statistics about. And then I want to point out a couple things about the syllabus that kind of make it unique. One, this course has a computer application component. So we're using a software package called Minitab. And so I wanted that to have an interval representation in the course. So that was added using Zoom. And also I used some wikis to get student interaction for that. That was Larissa's idea. I thought she was talking about Wikipedia when she mentioned this. All right, so also wanted to point out that the grading breakdown for the course, 15% for assignments and quizzes. And this was something that was suggested by Larissa, again, to push me into kind of changing to adapt to the online format, which was an online presence. So this is going to be graded based on, do they post an introduction video? Do they participate in discussion threads? Do they enter their data into Wiki for compilation used by the class? Do they interact with me in office hours? Okay, so I organized the course into 10 modules. It's a fairly ambitious course, so a lot of content to cover in 8 weeks this summer. But module 1, descriptive stats, and then 2 more modules, and then an exam. Modules 4, 5, 6, another exam. 7, 8, another exam, and I wanted to click on that and show you. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to post, you can think of it as an equation sheet, kind of a resource packet, and so the students will have access to that prior to the exam. And this is the bulk of the grade in the course, which is those in-class exams, 60% of first grade. Okay, and then modules 7 and...
Yeah, question on the resource.
Yeah.
Is that aligned with what they would be given on the national FE exam?
No. And a lot of faculty use the FE exam. The problem with it, I think it has a lot of things they don't need.
Yeah, it does.
So I prefer to give them what I know they need, because there's no way around it. I give really hard exams, and so I want them focused on just what they need, not get bogged down. Okay, and then modules 9 and 10. So I wanted to click on a few of the modules and show you some of the unique things that were added. So let's start with module 1. This is where they learn how to do numerical summaries of data. They learn how to do graphical summaries of data. So every module is going to start with a table, similar to the last presenter, where it has a reading assignment. We know students love to do those, where you get 5 or 10% completion rate on that. Watch the lecture videos, complete the homework assignments, complete a quiz, and then reflect. So I wanted to show you kind of the software component. This is a Zoom video where I'm demonstrating the use of Minitab. I got some feedback from my class this semester, which is a traditional offering, that I speak really slowly. So my recommendation for everyone in the course is going to be to watch them at 1.5 speed. So we're going to try that.
Any tab, a software package that does statistical analysis. So today's objective
It sounds almost normal.
learn how to generate numerical summaries of data and also graphic displays of data like box plot, histogram, and also the string. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously
I like the head tab.
you're going to need to open a data file.
Well, that was the one thing I found kind of odd was the headset, and plus talking to yourself in your office. You get people looking in your window like, well, what's he doing?
A lot of data. This single file is all of the data that's used in class example.
So this is just kind of a step-by-step how to use the software, and there's quite a bit of this in the course where we learn a topic, we do some hand calculations, and then they're going to see how to use the software to do it.
And that's all that we have to enter.
You use VoiceThread, right?
This is Zoom.
That he uploaded to voice.
Yeah. So they can post comments here.
Decisions. For example, class error.
What have you done as far as software availability for the students?
Good question. Good question. If you go back to the syllabus, I gave instructions for how to get the software. So if they're off campus, they can actually rent the software for 6 months. And so all the details are in the syllabus. So that's a pretty good price.
And if they're on campus, they just go to any
Go to one of the labs. Yeah.
Are there exams online?
No, but I mean they can be proctored if they're far away. That was one thing I'm not willing to deviate from. I have to have some.
Do you have to calculate those by hand?
Yeah, I do. In fact, that's one of the longest videos in the course, the last one, which is single factor analysis of variance. I get in there and do the whole thing by hand. And notice that I called it the comprehensive example problem. It goes through the full gamut of NOVA. 3 videos. Let's give you a sneak peek.
And this is Edu Creation.
Kind of get into it. So kind of a little setup, bring in some problems, but let me kind of get to the kind of blank slide where I'm writing. So I brought in, one of the things I like to do in a traditional class is do a lot of example problems where I give a handout as a problem, and then I work with the students to solve the problem. So this is the way that I've incorporated that into the online course. Fast forward just a bit.
Are you using stylus? Are you using like a stylus pen to write?
iPencil. That's very helpful doing this.
That's really good.
But, I use this to incorporate graphs from software. I brought in a lot of tables, brought in Excel spreadsheets. Really a lot that I was able to do inside the app.
And again, uploading it to VoiceThread in case students have questions, they can post there on VoiceThread.
What was that app's name?
It's called Edu Creation. All right, so I'm sure we probably don't need to learn no.
2-minute form.
Oh, wow. Okay, that goes quick. Let's see. So let me click on another module, and another kind of unique aspect about this was I give a lot of handouts. I'm very handout happy, so I did embed those, with instructions to print. I did use Wiley Plus, which is an online learning platform. to bring in the homework quizzes. And also, as part of our accreditation efforts, we have to do these surveys as a measure of indirect assessment. And so I've embedded those, and that is part of the online presence grade that they complete the evaluation or the surveys at each module. And it is anonymous, and it compiles the data into Excel. It's very easy to use. So, aspect I'm most proud of, I think, is the EduCreations. That was the key technology that allowed me to bring, my traditional way of teaching a course like this into an online environment. And I think second would be the Zoom technology and doing the software applications. I definitely came in this as a skeptic of online education. In fact, I would have said the probability that I would be teaching an online course in the near future was close to zero. This is really kind of working weekly with Larissa. It's really changed my perspective. It really opened my eyes to what an online course can be. So I'm excited to see how it goes this summer. If it goes well, maybe I'll pick another course.
What kind of statistical analysis did you do on that probability of teaching it online?
Well, I use Bayes' theorem. It allows subjective probabilities. Any other questions?
All right, thank you, Jason.